Revolver still to come, and Mark's gestation period not yet over. This is because Guy Ritchie, when we were speaking to him, said that, you know, basically critics need to go away and they need to think about it before they come to their conclusion. Mike on this email says, Simon and Mark, I thought I'd get in early on Revolver as my gestation process has just finished. I went to see a preview of it at my local cinema last night, where around 40 or so people, which is not bad for a school night, were assembled as the film began. By the end, there were 9 people left in the room, and this is the best bit.
That's numerical.
This is the best bit.
Guy's writing this down. 49.
And the projectionist had turned the film off before the credits could roll, as he seemed desperate to get home too. I trust Mark's review will be reflective of this in some way. I quite like that. Projectionists who've just given up.
Can I just say, I don't think the projectionist did do that, because I saw it at a preview and there were no credits. And my initial reaction was, nobody wants their name on this. But apparently there is some wrangling going on, so the credits weren't on. They were certainly on the print that I saw. I mean, I saw it in the Empire Leicester Square, or the Odeon Leicester, whatever it was, a big screen, and it just stopped. The film literally stopped, and there were no credits.
If your projectionist has ever lost interest while you've been watching a movie, do let us know.
If you ever saw a film at the Scala in King's Cross, in which the projectionist would often show the reels not only in the wrong order, but upside down.
Apparently there are no credits on the film. That's official.
There's no credits?
There are no credits. Live at 12 minutes to 4, one of the movies of the week, certainly had most of the publicity. Some good, no. Most of it bad. No. Guy Ritchie's Revolver. Here we go.
Well, I mean, it's, okay, so let's at least explain what the film is about. A guy called Jake is in prison. He gets out of prison. He goes to right an old wrong. Ray Liotta is the boss who wronged him. And then he starts talking to himself. And then he learns some stuff about chess. And then he discovers that you can be your own worst enemy, and that the last place that your enemy is hiding is the place that you would last look in, because that's the place that he is hiding in the enemy that is the person who is looking for you. And the only way to get smarter is to play a smarter opponent, apparently. And there's lots of quotes from Machiavelli and lots of stuff from Julius Caesar which suggests that Guy Ritchie, on his way to writing the script, passed a bookshelf with the Observer book of pithy but a bit rubbish quotes, and he took 4 of them out and wrote them down in order to show them to Madonna, to show them that he was actually very clever. And she said, "That's clever, Guy, put it in the movie." And then he did, and then he got some of his friends.
That was Kermode, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I'm going to play you a clip because I just want to get it out of the way. This is a clip in which the central hero, Jake, and incidentally, I should read you this from Guy Ritchie's own statement about the film. He's called Jake Green, okay? The colour green is the central column of the spectrum, and the name Jake has all sorts of numerical values. The idea is that there's no such thing as an external enemy. That's quite a hard concept to get your head around. But the ultimate jailbreak and the radical actions one needs to undertake to liberate oneself from this jail is what this film is about.
Can we have the clip soon?
I think you better.
We've already saved your life once. The next time will not be for free. We shall assist you under 2 conditions. These conditions are not negotiable.
Oh, I'm being grafted.
Condition 1. We will bleed you dry.
Have to put on a better show before you bleed me dry, my friend.
You will give us every penny you have got.
This is a con.
It is only natural that you think that you are somehow being conned, but think a little harder, and you'll realize that this is not a trick. Now, condition 2. You will do as we tell you without argument. This includes answering any questions that are asked.
You don't have a lot of time. And in reality, you don't have a choice.
Now, that voice that was doing that is the voice of Jason Statham's inner conscience. And that voice...
Inner conscience?
Yeah, it talks to him a lot during the movie. And while the movie is going on, this voice keeps going, "The last place that you would look for your enemy is the head inside the foot of the colour green and the number 7, who is the chess player, who is the last player." And now, you start up now. And here's the thing, okay? Deep breath. I obviously laughed like a jackal when Swept Away effectively torched Guy Ritchie's career. Because, hey, I never liked Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels. I never liked Snatch. There was something really funny about seeing him just foul up that badly. But only somebody of absolute inhumanity could find it in themselves in the end to laugh at something as desperately bad as Revolver. I mean, if I was a GP and somebody walked into my surgery and pitched Revolver, I would reach for the medicine cabinet. I would immediately prescribe, electroshock therapy and leeches. I would have men in white coats take them away. I would take away their shoes. I mean, it is the work of a very, very mad imagination that believes, A, no one else in the world saw The Usual Suspects or Twin Peaks or any other sort of slightly, arty crime thriller, that nobody else has ever read any books and that therefore has never ever come across any of these incredibly complicated quotations before, that nobody else has ever stumbled upon the concept that, you know what, in the end, the worst enemy that you could have could be you. Now, for the first 20 minutes, I just sat there thinking, oh, this is it. This is like, remember when Sham 69 made that concept album, That's Life? And it just reminded you how much you actually liked Borstal Breakout the first time round. What you didn't want was Jimmy Percy, who incidentally I met on the beach the other day. I was on a beach.
Not interested.
Okay, fine. Lovely bloke. You just think, I don't want Sham 69 doing a concept album. Well, at least Sham 69 were good in the beginning. Guy Ritchie was always rubbish. But the idea of Guy Ritchie, the guy whose entire career is built on making stupid, vacuous, flashy guns and geezers movie, coming on like some philosophy student and lecturing, and he keeps telling us how complicated the concept of this movie is. It's not complicated, Guy. And incidentally, I have been thinking about it since Monday, since you told me to do it. I thought it was imbecilic 5 minutes in. 5 minutes in, I knew exactly what was going on in the movie. And I was thinking, on the one hand, I'm really glad you haven't made Lock, Stock and Snatch again. But then suddenly you realise, no, but I realise what you have made, and actually now I wish you had made Lock, Stock and Snatch again, because at least they were just stupid and funny. I mean, it is like watching your worst nightmare happening on screen so badly that you actually think, I feel sorry for Guy Ritchie, because I can wake up tomorrow morning and think, I didn't make that film, but he has to wake up tomorrow morning and think, I made Revolver. He's going to walk down the street and it's going to be an advert for it on it, and he's going to think, I did that. It came out of my head. I went on national television and national news saying, it's a film about concepts. It's not a film about concepts. It is a film that has the mentality of a fourth former who has just finished reading the back page of the NME and has decided that, in fact, psychology is the future, and has gone away and written a film script. But rather than everyone doing what they should do, which is say, I'm sorry, come back when you are 30 years older and can actually string a sentence together, somebody's put it together. Ray Liotta stands there in leopard skin underpants, blathering this, literally leopard skin, blathering this, and you think, Ray, you've done some funny things in your career, but really, what have they got on you that you had to be in this? Jason Statham, who actually I think is a perfectly fine actor, just, it's like sandpaper rubbing on your ears. And I came out of the screening and there was a news crew standing outside asking people how bad it was, because by this point word had got out. And I had gone in thinking, look, everyone hated Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. It can't possibly be as bad as everyone says, because actually Twin Peaks was a really good movie. 20 minutes in, I thought, it's worse. 40 minutes in, I thought, I am really going to have to leap off the balcony to end the horror of this. By